All right, guys, so we're gonna do a quick comparison video of chuck roast, aka poor man brisket, done up on 3 different style smokers. We're gonna have a Traeger pellet smoker that Ash will be using, and then I'll be using a Weber Smokey Mountain, which is an upright smoker, and we'll be using a Char-Griller Grand Champ, which is your traditional style smoker, and kind of just give you guys an idea of how they can turn out. So Ash is putting his together, got some mustard binder, and for the rub, for this one, he's going to be using Cosmo Q cow cover. He likes this one a lot. He tried it out, bought himself a bottle, and he says it's pretty tasty. So he's going to go ahead and just pack this on, get it all over everywhere. As you can see, you know, the chuck roast will have that string that's tied, keeping it together. I wouldn't recommend taking it off prior to smoking it or cooking it. Just leave it on. He could take it off right after. All right, time to throw it on the Traeger. He's got the meter plus probe in there so he can monitor the internal temp on his phone. He's gonna set the Traeger to 250 and then wait until about 165, 170 to wrap, all depending on how the bark looks. And then go ahead and use some butcher paper and some Wagyu tallow and hook it up. All right, first check in. 1 hour, 48 minutes in, 135 internal. All right, open that door up, Ash. Boom. That thing is looking good. He's gonna go ahead and hit it up with some apple juice. Make sure that outside stays nice and juicy, doesn't dry out. We'll check on it again in a little bit. All right, second check, 4 hours and almost 14 minutes in, 167 internal. I'm gonna go ahead and check it out and see how it's going, see if it's ready to wrap. Oh yeah, it's looking good. Let's go give it a little poke. There you go, one more and another one. There we go, I think it's time to wrap it. All right, here we go. Got it on the butcher paper. Slapping a bunch of that Wagyu tallow all over the place. You know, multiple ways you can do this. You can microwave it ahead of time. You can have it in the smoker, kind of just melting down. Or you can just pop open the can and smack it on like Ash is doing right here. And then go ahead and just get some more of that cow cover or whatever rub you're using. Sprinkle a little bit more so that way you get all that flavor in. Get all that au jus like he likes to get off that butcher paper. And here we go. We're going to start wrapping it up here. All right. There you go, Ash. Start rolling that baby. There you go. Now, while you're rolling it, you want to keep track, know which way you're either up or down. You want to put it back in the same way you took it out. And for this case, Ash likes to, you know, double wrap it with that butcher paper because he doesn't have all that tallow, so he wants to keep as much of it in as he can. Doesn't want to lose that stuff. All right. Time to put it back in, maybe bump the heat up a little bit, and then we're gonna go ahead and take it to 204 brisket style on this one, and then check it out soon. All right, there we go. It's looking good, and it's ready to come out. Man, look at all that juiciness on that butcher paper right there. All right, so method that Ash likes to use to help his meat rest, get all the juices back in before he throws it into the cooler. He's gonna go ahead and put a couple layers of saran wrap on there. Just maintain all that goodness in there. And then from there, we'll go ahead and just throw it into the cooler and maybe put a couple towels in there. One on the bottom, put one on the top, close it up, let it rest a couple hours, and then it's ready. All right, here we go. The moment of truth. The part where we see, you know, what all the hard work that went into this got Ash here. And this is kind of the nervous part. Let's see how it looks. And there we go. It's looking good. Go ahead and take that Meter Plus probe out. No need for that. And don't forget that string that we talked about in the beginning. All right, there we go. Now, pick up that knife. Pick it up. There you go. Let's cut it open and see what it looks like. Boom, look at that. You know, if you're doing some burnt ends, maybe take it to about 190, then you put it back in with the sauce. If you're gonna do it brisket style like Ash did on this one, take it to 204. But, you know, that's up to you. But we're gonna have some pictures at the end, kind of show side by side, but let's go ahead and enjoy what this looks like. And man, that looks good. Great job there, Ash. There you go, and let's go ahead and see now what mine look like. Tune in on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. In school, they taught you that it was speak softly and carry a big stick. But really, it's smoke often and carry a cherry stick. All right, getting that fire started on the Weber Smokey Mountain right there. Got a little bit of mesquite and some hickory to go along with that lump charcoal. And then on the Char-Griller Grand Champ, got the same thing going on there. Got a little cherry piece of wood, some lump charcoal, and all I'm doing right now is just setting up that bed. All right, real quick, just to go over the last couple things I did to the smoker. Tried to insulate it, put some those fire bricks in there. It does a pretty good job maintaining heat, and then also threw up that 48-inch stack there to help with the airflow and keep that smoke looking good and that temp staying as consistent as I can keep it. But that's pretty much it for now. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get mine started. Putting some bone-sucking mustard on here. Haven't used this before, so I figured I'd try it out. But in the end, you know, you're not gonna taste this mustard at all after you're smoking it. So it could have been whatever variation of mustard, plain yellow mustard, it's good enough. All right, I like to start off with some pepper, help get that base so we can get that bark going. I'm gonna use some Blues Hogs beefy rub on here. And of course, I'll mix it up with some of my go-to Meat Church Holy Gospel here in a second. Just making sure I got good coverage. And then we'll go ahead and finish it off and give it some color as well. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my favorite ones. Make sure you get everywhere, all around, all the nooks and crannies. There we go, let's roll with this. All right, time to throw it on. One for the Weber Smokey Mountain. Man, that sucker's smoking. And one for the Char-Griller Grand Champ. Close her up, latch her up, lock her down, keep that smoking, keep that temping, and let's roll. All right, so here's the Smokey Mountain. On the bottom there, that's for the IQ 120. I got the lava lock door upgrade there. Put the hinge on the back, so it's smoking a little bit more from the back because that hinge, that seal doesn't stay the same as stock, but hey, the convenience is there. All right, look at that. That's a nice sight to see right there. Two smokers going. Weber Smokey Mountain. They don't call it a Smokey Mountain for nothing. That baby always pushes hard when it comes to that smoke. As you can see though, offset smoking good. Got that taller stack, just help create that that vacuum to keep that smoke and heat rolling. And the Smokey Mountain here, we'll go check it out here in a second. I kind of noticed something that I thought I was having issues maintaining heat in the beginning, and I'm kind of confused what's going on here. As you can see, it's reading 150. I think I did something, messed up my the thermometer there, because I put the IQ 120 in, it's reading 283. Put the therm pen in, it's reading 279, almost 280. So obviously something's up. I think I might have maybe put that torch on there too much when I was cleaning it or whatever it is. But anyway, I'm just gonna be going off the temps off the other gauges. Got the IQ120 hooked up to the Jackery power source, and you know, basically all that IQ120 is just gonna help maintain that heat, blow a little air on there to stoke the fire up. All right, let's check in on the offset, and it's looking good right there. Getting some good color. It's pretty juicy. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Won't hit it with any juice at the moment. Just keep the bark going. Check in on the Smokey Mountain, and bam, you can see that. Look at the color. You know, it's soft. You got that black gold forming on there. Again, it's just that smoke that this thing puts out. All right, the Weber Smokey Mountain was first. It got to about 165, and I'm like, yeah, this bark is looking good. Time to wrap it up in some butcher paper. All right, about maybe 45 minutes later, the offset was ready to go, looking good as well. Good bark. Time to wrap. All right, so no rest. I'm just going in. Family's getting hungry. Feels good. I did this one about 2:04 because they wanted some pulled beef sandwiches, basically. So cook this a little longer. The offset one, I'll go ahead and maybe make some burn ends out of that. We'll see. But let's go ahead, slice it up, check it out, see how it looks on Old Glory right here. And man, it looks good. Again, you know, didn't give it time to rest, kind of, you know, bring more of that juice back in. But, you know, again, this is just kind of, we just want you to see, you know, how, the difference in how it looks, maybe the bark, the color, this and that, smoke ring. But this looks pretty good. Good bark, and it looks really good right here. This is gonna make some good pulled beef right here. And now for the offset. Went ahead and took it off about 190. So, you know, 14 degrees internal less than the Weber Smokey Mountain. So it's gonna be probably some difference in how it looks, but you know, the bark, you know, good bark, but you know, I think the Smokey Mountain had a little, you know, came through with a little harder bark on there. You know, yeah, this color, you know, is a little lighter, but I think the smoke ring actually, you know, is a little bit better on the offset. But all in all, you know, happy with how this came out. All right, in the end, everything came out great. Here's some pictures. You know, there is a difference: bark, color, smoke ring, flavor, you know. So really it's just up to you if you got your pellet smoker, you got, you know, traditional charcoal wood, but anyway, you're not going to go wrong. So I hope you like this video, like and subscribe, and we'll be doing some more, you know, comparison videos here in the near future. But thanks a lot for watching. See you guys.